Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. This is a key answer for science model paper released by SSLC board or KSEAB board. In detail I've written the answers. Dear students, do watch the complete video and try to understand the concept and try to analyze the model paper. This model paper gives the pattern for SLC exam 2023. And also dear students, do subscribe the channel and also do join the Telegram group. I'll be sharing all the worksheets and what are the important notifications or revision classes, live classes, everything I'll be notifying in my Telegram group. And also do join the YouTube channel. Dear students, you should analyze the model paper and you should read the textbook thoroughly and try to solve as many model papers, preparatory papers and annual exam papers, because if you revise any model paper, it gives the overall picture of the exam, and also conceptually you will be very clear from which chapter what kind of questions will be asked. Dear students, we know that SLC exam date is 10th April 2023. It's hardly around 84 days from today. You know that question paper pattern, that is MCQ 8 questions, 8 marks, very short answers. 8 questions will be there for 8 marks. Then 2 mark question, 8 questions will be there, total 16 marks. 3 mark question, 9 questions will be there, that is 27 marks. 4 mark questions, 4 questions, 16 marks. 5 marks, 1 question for 5 marks. This is the theme based weightage. So do try to download this key answer from my YouTube channel. And also dear students, you know, for drawing will be asked for 12 marks, and also higher order thinking skill questions will be for 4 marks. Then internal choice questions will be 2 questions in 2 marks and 4 questions in 3 marks and 1 question in 4 marks. That is, there will be 20 marks for internal choice questions. Without wasting any time, we'll move to the answers. Part A, physics. Part B, chemistry, and part C, biology. First question, MCQ first question. The device used to change the resistance as many times in the electric circuit is rheostat. Rheostat is used to change the resistance of the circuit. The correct statement among the following related to the convex lens is: convex lens is a diverging lens, therefore it diverges the light ray. The resistivity of 4 materials A, B, C, D are given. They have given the resistivity of 4 elements A, B, C, D. Which of these has less electric conductivity? Higher the resistivity, lesser the conductivity. The highest resistivity here it is. Therefore, the correct answer is option C, material A, because it has 6.84 into 10 power minus 8 ohm meter. Next question, draw the symbol of 2 electric cells that are connected in series in an electric circuit. See, these are the 2 electric cells which are connected in series. You can draw simple diagram to show the connection of 2 electric cells in series. Dear students, it is very important. Last year I have posted many of the videos for science. If you watch all those videos, definitely you can score good marks. And also this year I'll be posting as many revisions as possible, and also target 70 plus worksheets and videos I'll be regularly posting. And at least before state level preparatory exam, try to complete all those worksheets, and importantly read textbook and try to attempt all the questions in the examination. Student, it is a key factor. Don't leave any question empty. Read the question, try to attempt all the questions in the examination. What is optic center of a spherical lens? The center point of the lens is called as what? Optic center. What is a solenoid? List the properties of the magnetic field due to the flow of electric current in a solenoid. What is solenoid? Current, a coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in the shape of the cylinder, is called as what? Solenoid. What are the properties of magnetic field due to flow of electric current in a solenoid? The magnetic field produced by the current carrying solenoid is similar to bar magnet. The solenoid will be similar to the bar magnet, where one end of the solenoid behaves as south pole and other end behaves as north pole. The magnetic field is same at all points inside the solenoid, that is, which is uniform. The strong magnetic force or field produced by solenoid can be used to magnetize a piece of magnetic material. See, I have given the picture here. You can see the picture and you can write. Dear students, in the examination, if you know the picture, try to draw at least rough figure in the examination, so that the evaluator will be impressed by your presentation of answers. How does rainbow formed in nature? Explain. Dear students, diagrams is not necessary. Still, I have posted the diagrams. A rainbow is a natural spectrum appearing in the sky after the rain shower. What is rainbow? It is a natural spectrum after appearing in the sky after rain shower. It is caused by the dispersion of sunlight by tiny water droplets present in the atmosphere. After the rain shower, the tiny water droplets acts as a prism. A rainbow is always formed in the direction opposite to that of sun. The water droplets acts like a what? Small prism, which is very important. They refract, disperse the incident sunlight, then reflect it internally, and finally refract it again when it comes out of the rainbow. Due to dispersion of light, internal reflection, different colors reach observers' eyes. These tiny water droplets acts as what? Prisms. What is the function of prism? It splits the white light into its constituent colors, that is into 7 colors. You can see the picture. Next question. Ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water. Does the light ray bend towards the normal or away from the normal? Light ray is traveling from air to water. That means less density to higher density. When a ray of light traveling in air enters obliquely into water, it bends towards the normal. Why it bends towards the normal? Because water is optically denser than air. On entering the denser medium, the speed of light decreases and light bends towards the normal. Convex mirror is commonly used as rear view mirror in vehicles. Why? What is the relationship between focal length and radius of curvature of the convex mirror? A convex mirror forms always a diminished, virtual and erect image, and also it allows more light to fall because of the nature of its curvature. Hence it has more field of view. Hence convex mirror is used as rear view mirrors in the vehicles. The relationship between radius of curvature and focal length is r equals 2f. Dear students, r equals 2f or p equals 1 by f power of a lens. Based on this, definitely 1 mark numerical or definition or relationship will be definitely asked. 3 mark question. Explain the method of production of biogas in biogas plant and write any 2 characteristics of biogas plant. What is biogas? Biogas is a renewable energy source produced by the breakdown of organic matter by certain bacteria under anaerobic conditions. It is a mixture of methane, hydrogen sulfide, hydrogen and carbon dioxide. It can be produced by agricultural waste, food waste, animal dung, manure and sewage. Dear students, you can add few more points from the textbook where the slurry is added to the biogas plant. Then after anaerobic conditions, it is converted into biogas. Characteristics of biogas. Biogas is an excellent fuel as it contains 75% methane. Biogas burns without smoke, leaves no residue like ash in wood, charcoal and coal. It is eco-friendly. We can say that it is eco-friendly biogas has high calorific value. That means it produces more heat. How power generated from nuclear energy? How power is generated from the nuclear energy? Explain right into hazards of nuclear power generation. Nuclear energy is generated by the process called as nuclear fission. What is nuclear fission? The nucleus of heavy atoms such as uranium, plutonium or thorium, when bombarded with low energy neutrons, can be split into lighter nuclei. So when the nucleus of heavy atom is bombarded by neutrons, it will split into lighter nuclei, releasing tremendous amount of energy. This energy is called as nuclear energy. This heat energy will be used for the power generation. What are the hazards? Improper storage management of nuclear waste result in environmental contamination, decomposition of uranium into harmful subatomic masses. This is radiations are very harmful. Risk of accidental leakage of radiation from the nuclear waste. Draw the ray diagram of the image formation when the object is kept at sea of the concave mirror. With the help of the ray diagram, mention the position, nature of the image formed. The object is kept at C. The image formed will be at C. Dear students, in detail I've explained the ray diagrams in my channel. Do check out the ray diagrams video and also numericals from the unit. Definitely 3 mark numerical and 3 mark ray diagram will be asked based on lens or based on mirror. Object is at C, position of the image at C, size of the image is same as object, but it is real and inverted. Stars appear to be twinkling. Why? Very wonderful phenomena. What are the reasons for the appearance of the sun in red color during sunrise? Why stars appear to be twinkling? The twinkling of the stars is due to what? Atmospheric refraction of sunlight. When the sunlight enters the atmosphere, we know that atmosphere is made up of several layers, undergoes refraction continuously before it reaches the earth. Because of the change in the refractive index, due to this, path of light rays from the star keep on changing their path continuously. As a consequence, the number of light rays, that is the starlight entering the eyes, goes on changing with time. Hence stars appear to be twinkling. Reasons for appearance of the sun in red color during sunrise. Dear students, during sunrise and sunset, light has to travel longer distance to reach the observer. The red light has longer wavelength when compared to other light, which scatters the least by the molecule present in the air. Therefore, the light other than the red light, which is of shorter wavelength, is mostly scattered away, but most of the red light, which is least scattered, enters our eyes. Hence, sun and the sky appears red during what? Sunrise and sunset. Next, what is power of accommodation of eye? The ability of the eye lens to adjust its focal length. The ability of our eye to adjust its focal length to see the near and far object is called power of accommodation. What is myopia? Nearsightedness. What are the reasons for that cause this defect? Myopia is also known as nearsightedness. That means a person with myopia can see nearby objects clearly but cannot see the far object distinctly. What are the reasons for myopia? Excessive curvature of the eye lens, elongation of the eyeball. Next, 4 mark question. Two resistors of 5 ohm and 20 ohm are connected in parallel to a 12 volt battery. Calculate the total resistance, that is total resistance or the effective resistance in the electric circuit, and also the current flowing in this circuit. By using when resistors are connected in series, the effective resistance 1 by Rp equals 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2. Substituting the values, we get the effective resistance Rp equals 20 ohm. By using Ohm's law, V equals IR, I equals V by R, we get 3 ampere. Next question, question B. 200 joules of heat is produced in 2 seconds in 8 ohm resistance, that is H equals to 200 joules, time equals 2 seconds, R equals 8 ohm. By using Joule's law of heating, H equals I square RT, we get I equals square root of h by RT. Substituting the values, we get I equals 3.5 ampere. By using Ohm's law, again V equals what? IR, we get V equals 28 volts. Coil 1 is connected to battery and plug key. Coil 2 is galvanometer, kept close to each other as shown in the diagram. You observe the diagram and answer these questions. What happens when the plug key is closed? When plug key is closed, what happens? The current flows, right? Because why the current flows? Because there is a change in the magnetic field in the coil 1. When key is closed, galvanometer will show momentary reflection due to the current is induced in the coil because of the change in the magnetic field. The same way, when the key is opened, again momentary reflection will be seen, but opposite direction due to the change in the magnetic field. Whenever there is a change in the magnetic field, the current is induced. Here the current is induced. Actually, when the current is induced in the coil, there will be magnetic field produced. Because of the magnetic field produced in coil 1, the current will be induced in the coil 2. There will be deflection in the galvanometer. When the key is open, that is, when the key is open, there will be a deflection in the opposite direction because there is the change in the direction of the current. Next question, write the functions of the earth wire and electric fuse. What is earthing? The metallic body of the electric appliance is connected to the earth by means of earth wire, so that any leakage of electric current is transferred to the ground. This prevents electric shock to the user. That's why earthing of any electrical appliance is necessary. Fuse is an electrical safety device that made up of alloys and has high resistance and low melting point. It has high resistance and low melting point. When the excessive current flows during overloading or short circuit, the fuse wire melts and breaks the circuit and protects the device from damage. Next, part B, chemistry. MCQs. The chemical equation that represents the neutralization reaction among the following is salt plus base. So acid plus base should give what? Salt and water. This is base, this is acid to give salt and water. Therefore the correct answer is option A. Sodium hydroxide plus hydrochloric acid gives sodium chloride and water. Next, properties of elements are periodic functions of their atomic number. This is the modern periodic law proposed by what? Henry Moseley. Therefore, the correct answer is option D. The substance that converts red litmus paper into blue color is a base. Among these options, the base is what? KOH solution, because it contains hydroxyl ion, that is OH minus. Next, mention the number of single bonds and double bond present in the structure of C2H5OH. Just draw the structure of the ethanoic acid. Sorry, it is propanoic acid because it contains 3 carbon atoms. How many single bonds are there? 9 single bonds are there. Number of double bond is 1. Write the electron dot structure of methane. Each valence electron of carbon is shared with the hydrogen, that is 1 carbon atom and 4 hydrogen atom. Draw the diagram of arrangement of apparatus to show the electrolysis of water. Dear students, try to practice all the diagram. Definitely there will be 12 marks will be asked for diagrams. 12 marks is allotted. Next, calcium oxide reacts with water to form slaked lime. What type of chemical reaction it is? Write the balanced chemical reaction. Calcium oxide reacts vigorously with water to produce slaked lime, releasing large amount of heat. Hence, it is an exothermic reaction. It is a type of combination reaction. In combination reaction, heat will be produced. Hence, it is an exothermic reaction. CaO plus H2O gives us CaOH twice. That is slaked lime. What is the chemical name of bleaching powder? Write any 2 uses of it. There are many salts are there in the units: acid, bases, and salt. Try to read and try to read all the uses of it. Definitely will be asked for 2 marks. The chemical name of bleaching powder is CaOCl2, that is calcium oxychloride. Uses of bleaching powder are used as a bleaching agent in the textile industry, used as an oxidizing agent in many chemical industries. What is concentrated acid? Name the acid present in the stinging hair of nettle leaves. A concentrated acid is an acid which has strong tendency to release H plus ion, which means the splitting of H plus ions is very high. That means complete dissociation will be there in the acid. The acid present in the stinging hair of nettle leaves is formic acid or methanoic acid. Give reason. Ionic compounds have a high melting point, and ionic compounds in solid state do not conduct electricity. The ionic compounds are made up of positive and negative ions which have strong force of attraction between the opposite charged ions, so that lot of energy is required to break this force of attraction between the ions. Because of this, ionic compounds have a high melting and boiling point. Ionic compounds in solid state do not conduct electricity because in molten state they are good conductors of electricity, because in molten state ions are mobile and conduct electricity, where in the solid forms ions are fixed in the lattice. That means there will be no free ions. If there are no free ions, that means it will not conduct electricity. Next, 3 marks diagram. Draw the diagram of the arrangement of apparatus to show the action of steam on metals. Draw the diagrams neatly. Dear students, it will be very easy for you to score good marks in maths and science. Just what you need is just practice conceptual understanding, and importantly you should practice all the diagrams. After, try to revise as many question papers, model papers as possible, and also read textbook, and very importantly attempt all the questions. The electronic configuration of 4 elements are given in the below table. Write the elements in the increasing order of their electropositivity. What is electropositivity? Electropositivity means it has a tendency to donate electron. See, you can see if the electrons are 1, 2, 3, it will donate very easily. The elements in the increasing order of electropositivity are potassium, sodium, aluminum and sulfur. Potassium has higher electropositivity because the number of shells are more. It will be very easy to donate electron. Next, number of shells is 3 and it has only one valence electron. It will donate easily. Then aluminum, then sulfur. The electropositivity of an element is the tendency of an atom to donate electrons. As we move down the group, the tendency of losing electron increases. Next question, silver chloride exposed to sunlight turns gray color. Why? You write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. Mention the type of reaction. When silver chloride is exposed to sunlight, it undergoes photochemical decomposition. What kind of reaction it is? Photochemical decomposition. When it is exposed to sunlight, it undergoes decomposition reaction. 2AgCl gives us to 2Ag plus Cl2. And also this reaction is used in photography, black and white photography. Why does the color of copper sulfate solution change when an iron nail is dipped into it? Write the balanced chemical equation for this reaction. The color of copper sulfate solution when iron nail is kept in it changes from blue to pale green because iron is more reactive than copper, thus displaces copper from the solution. CuSO4 plus Fe, you can see there is a displacement of copper by iron, hence it is called as displacement reaction. Next question, the conversion of ethanol to ethanoic acid is an oxidation reaction. What is oxidation? When the oxygen is added or the hydrogen is removed. The conversion of ethanol to ethanoic acid is follows. Here the oxygen is added, hence it is an oxidation reaction in the presence of very strong oxidation agent, potassium permanganate. The carbon compounds having the same molecular formula but different structures are known as structural isomers. These are the structures of butane, normal butane and isobutane. Same molecular formula but the structure will be different. Next, part C, biology. Dear students, do try to download this worksheet or the key answers from my Telegram group. I'll be sharing in it. Do watch. In case of any mistake in this PDF, you can correct it. Part C, biology, MCQs, AIDS, virus, and also warts. These are sexually transmitted diseases. Warts is also caused by the virus. Algae, small algae, small insects, then large insects, small fish, large fish, then human. Dear students, if you see this, there is an increase of storage of harmful chemicals when it is moved from one trophic level to another trophic level. It is because of the phenomena called as biological magnification. Hence, the correct answer is option C, increasing order of storage of harmful chemicals. If you see the energy level will be reduced. That is, only 10% of energy will be available when one moving from one topic level to another topic level. Therefore, the energy will be decreasing, right? There is no option of decreasing energy, but there is an increase in the storage of harmful chemicals, that is pesticides and insecticide which is used will be accumulated in the humans, because humans occupy the top level. Diagram showing the structure of closed stomata. Only this only one is enough. I've pasted open stomata also. If you draw only closed stomata, that is enough. What is the function of ozone layer? Ozone is a molecule formed by 3 atoms of oxygen. What is the function of ozone? It protects the earth from the harmful ultraviolet radiation. Dear student, hence it is very important for us to protect the ozone layer. Therefore, it should protect us from harmful UV rays from the rejuvenating ancient water harvesting system is being encouraged. Dear students, from the unit sustainable management of resources, read the textbook, try to write the answers on your own. Hardly it will be asked for 3 marks in the examination. Why it is encouraged? Mismanagement and over exploitation of water resources are reduced or removed due to the people having control over their water resources. Next, what needs of the local people are fulfilled by the forest? There is no need for the answer for this question. You can write on your own. Do try to read the questions properly. Try to write. There are few questions will be asked where you can write the answer on your own. Implements for agriculture, fishing, hunting, and largely made up of wood. Forest provides sites for fishing and hunting, and also wood. In addition to people gathering foods, fruits, nuts, medicine from the forest, their cattle and the cattle also graze in the forest areas, feed on other fodder which is collected from the forest. There are 2 diagrams are there. One is Pyrogera and Planaria. It shows asexual reproduction in Pyrogera and Planaria. Both the reproductive methods are not similar. They are different from each other. Reproduction is Pyrogera by fragmentation. Reproduction Planaria by regeneration. Fragmentation is a method of asexual reproduction where organism reproduces by this process of splitting into fragments. Each fragment grows into individual organism, whereas in regeneration happens only when an organism regrows certain parts or limbs which is lost to predation. By any means of accident or predation, the part grows into a new organism. There's a lot of difference between fragmentation and regeneration. Next question, answer the following question. 3 more question. How is vegetative propagation in plants useful to the field of agriculture? Next, consistency of DNA copying is more important to reproduction. Why? Vegetative reproduction is asexual method of plant reproduction that occurs in leaves, roots, or stem. It helps in the preservation of characteristics of plant through successive generation. Seedless plants can be grown through vegetative reproduction through cutting and grafting method. Flowers and fruits can be grown in shorter time. It is cheaper, easier, and more rapid method of plant propagation. Many medicinal plants can be grown using what? Vegetative propagation. Next, during reproduction, the consistency of DNA copying is very important for the maintenance of body design feature that allow the organism to use particular niches. As a result, population of organism fill well-defined niches in the ecosystem. DNA copying is very important to maintain the body design, and also the correct number of chromosomes should be maintained. Next important question, how do germ cells receive half the amount of DNA? What is the need of this process? How does menstruation occur in women? Germ cell receive half the amount of DNA. This is achieved by the process of cell division called as because of meiosis. The germ cells receive only the half amount of DNA. Thus, when these germ cells form from two individuals combined during sexual reproduction, that is from the father and mother, these two germ cells to form an individual, combined to form a new individual, these two germ cells having the haploid number of chromosomes combined to form diploid number of chromosome. Haploid means n, diploid means from the father n, from the mother n, it combines to form what? Diploid number of chromosomes, has to maintain the number of chromosomes in the new generation. Therefore, zygote will be diploid or will contain normal amount of chromosomes. Germ cells have half the number of chromosomes because after the fusion of male and female gametes to form zygote, which should contain diploid number of chromosomes to maintain the consistent number of chromosomes in each species of organism. How does menstruation occurs? In female, ovaries release ovum or egg since once every 28 days a egg will be released. From the age of puberty, the uterus prepares itself every month to receive the fertilized egg. The uterus will prepare to receive the fertilized egg. When it is not fertilized, its lining becomes thick and spongy. If the egg is not fertilized, what happens? It leaves about a day. Afterwards, the lining of the uterus is no longer required and menstruation occurs. Menstruation is the phase of uterine bleeding in which unfertilized egg and thick uterine lining. It occurs to the vagina as blood and mucus. Menstruation lasts for 3 days, 3 to 5 days. How phototropism, stigmotropism, chemotropism are coordinated in the apparent movement of creepers towards a particular direction. Dear students, all these are questions which are little bit application based. So what you should do, you should attempt and try to answer on. What is phototropism? It is a movement of plants in response to sunlight. The shoot system of a plant exhibits these characteristics. The shoot moves towards the sunlight, hence phototropism help in the movement of shoots of the creeper towards the sunlight. Next, chemotropism, it is a movement of the plants in response to the chemical stimulus, helps in the growth of pollen tubes towards the ovule, hence it helps in the creepers for pollination. Stigmotropism, it is a directional movement in plants in response to touch. Creepers by means of stigmotropism climb around any support when they touch. Because of this, these climbers, the tendrils of the climbers come in contact with the support and it starts going at a faster rate than other parts, thus moving towards the direction of the stimulus. Hence phototropism, stigmotropism, chemotropism and are coordinated in the apparent movement of the creepers. Important diagram, human brain, practice well. I posted a video that how to draw human diagram in 1 minute. You can check that video. Next question, what is the important function of villi and alveoli in our body? Explain the structure and function of nephron. The students, I forgot to the answer for this question. The structure and function of nephron, it is from the unit life process. You can check it out. What is the important function of villi and alveoli in our body? Villi are the finger-like projections which are richly supplied with blood vessels. They are present in the inner lining of the small intestine. Villi are finger-like projections present in the small intestine, helps in the absorption of nutrients by increasing the surface area of absorption. What is alveoli? The tiny balloon-like sac in the lungs which exchange carbon dioxide and oxygen are known as alveoli. It helps in the exchange of carbon dioxide and oxygen at the same time of breathing in, breathing out. What is the importance of transpiration in plants? How does translocation of materials takes place by phloem tissue? Transpiration is the process of loss of water from the plant body. Transpiration in the absorption and upward movement of water helps in the Transpiration helps in the absorption upward movement of water and dissolved minerals from the roots, and it also regulates the temperature of the leaves. Phloem translocation is generally believed to be driven by pressure achieved by utilizing energy. Materials like sucrose is transferred into phloem tissue using the energy from the ATP. This increases the osmotic pressure of the tissue, causing water to move in. This pressure moves the material in the phloem to tissues which have less pressure, from higher pressure to lower pressure. This is how the phloem helps in the translocation, that is transport of food. Tall pea plant TT dominant is crossed with short pea plant small t. What type of plants will be obtained in the F1 generation? Write the genetic makeup of this progeny. Forelimbs of the frog, wings of bird, wings of bat, forelimbs of lizard. Pair them as analogous and homologous organ. Give reasons for your pair. According to Mendel's law of dominance, the offspring in F1 generation will inherit only the dominant trait. Therefore, what kind of plant will be produced? It is the tall plant will be produced in the F1 generation. When it is self-bred, what you can get, you get 3 tall plants and 1 short plant, that is in the ratio 3:1. When Mendel cross-pollinated pure tall pea plants with pure dwarf pea plant, he got all the tall plants in F1 generation. When it is self-pollinated, we get tall plants and dwarf plants in the ratio 3:1. This shows that dwarf character was present in the F1 generation, but it is not expressed. The trait of tallness was only expressed because it is a dominant character. From this we can conclude that traits can be dominant or recessive. The traits which express in the presence of its contrasting form is called as dominant trait, and the trait which remain unexpressed is called as contrasting form or recessive trait. Next question. Wings of a bird and wings of bat are analogous organs because they have similar functions, but their origin is different. Forelimbs of frog and forelimbs of lizard, they have similar origin, but their function and structure will be different, right? These are the key answers for all the questions. The structure and function of nephron is very simple question. You can check from the textbook. Dear students, thank you for watching the video. Do subscribe the channel, and also do subscribe my another channel called as Nalikali. Join my Telegram group. All this worksheet will be shared in my Telegram group. Dear students, it is very important for you to analyze the model papers. Revision classes will be done. Revision classes, live revision classes will be done in my YouTube channel. If you want to help the channel, you can join the channel. Thank you for watching the video.